Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
Back to pass, it's Warren. Getting some heat. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Well, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of doesn't even have one.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. The give on the inside. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
7, Michigan 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Morris. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Second down after that incompletion. It's a reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
This is going all in. Goalpost virtually tapping you on the shoulder, heels almost in the end zone, and you're going for it. Slings it downfield. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Quick handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Loveland. Off he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. A great catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to run for it. And the Buckeyes will move the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
From the gun, the running back has it. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Back to pass, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. There are so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2000 and...
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
To the air, it's Howard. gets it out quickly. Oh, he just flat ran over it. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on, so they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Looking for a crease. It's Edwards. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Oh, it's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
He's looking to pass. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Now from inside the red zone. Finds his man. It's Smith. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Throws to the tight end. And that pass intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down for this offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That's now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after...
Can anyone catch it? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge, like they do a great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Warren. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a 6th sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, your running back, he gets out there faster. Got a positive.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
Makes the grab on the left side. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. On the run, it's Henderson. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number one, we got to stop the run.
Keeps the legs moving. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle with Scott. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are
his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. They'll use the running game on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Warren. Throws for the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Catch in the middle, it's Morgan. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the ground with the back. Hard running there. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Wolverines have this offense rolling.
Get set.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, really nice catch there, getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Open space at the 25. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Looking for room. It's Judkins. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
And that's a live ball behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Motion from the offense. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And they did not fool the defense at all. They were ready, set the edge, did not let the guy get outside and make a big game. Nice job by this defense, dialed in.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Quickly complete. The tackle is made after the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man, it's Warren. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt, situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things.
Sends it downfield. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get, obviously.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Touchdown, Ohio State.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
In the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
To kick this one away.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Warren. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know he wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jeff? Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Back to throw, it's Warren. Unloads to the right. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and
He wants to take the top off. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been...
He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A third and long coming up here. Wants to throw. It's Howard trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a dub?
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast.
Throws toward the end. Intercepts it.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses. It's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And, man, they're taking advantage right now.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Ibuka. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points, and they're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky.
Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
I've spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the fourth quarter. They say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches that say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us. And apparently, they live in the second world as this coach.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Terrier.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Finds his tight end. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Here's a throw downfield late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that
Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, running back on the move. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
Such a big decision early in the game when you're opening drive, 3rd and short, you run it, you don't pick it up, and now you're just inches away from getting it. I'm not going to be surprised, guys, if they decide to run it here again.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people will say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points here.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Warren. Takes the easy completion. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Here's the return. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Howard. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on fourth down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. Fires left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Going up top. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Power football with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
On the ground, it's Edwards. Still running at the 40. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They run the reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home. Stays home. He makes a great play for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Warren. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game winner.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 4th down, looking to pass. Going for it all. And that one's going to be knocked down, incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter.
Ohio State 7, Michigan 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got him wide open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Looking downfield, it's Howard. A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. Not stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
It is no good.
Oh, and he missed it.
That keeps the score. Ohio State 20, Michigan 0.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from... He's off to the races. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum.
And the ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Judkins. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
The aerial assault continues. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
They are perfect on 4th down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking down the middle. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board.
Michigan, 13.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Michigan. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown.
27, Michigan 20.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown and get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The sure hands, it's Henderson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch past the sticks. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Warren. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And he's going to run it back. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Scott.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. It's reverse. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football because he can get 5 yards in a hurry. We're going to need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short, I still got 4th down as well. So don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action because defense a lot of times really expects run. And then it can take some big shots and
up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole where you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Morris. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
the AT unit on the field. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
Take over. First and 10.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Howard. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. No wonder he's the favorite target, just going and reeling in everything.
Catching everything, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, he continues to make plays for his quarterback, so if I'm his quarterback, I'm going to continue to find him and let him pile up these numbers.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 40, there he goes. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
The inside handoff. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Using his legs, it's Henderson. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
They'll try the run. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ibuka. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we are all tied up.
now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Gets it out fast. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The give to the tailback. Turns it on in midfield. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Trying to find his man on first down. And wings it incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. To throw, it's Howard. Using the quick game. At the 45 on his way. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42.
4-2 Spider.
He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Ibuka. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And the Buckeyes are on the move.
Easy.
Smart move to keep it on the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7.
Get set. Get set.
The give to the back. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Warren. He's going up top here late in the game. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You've got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Scott. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Scanning the field, it's Howard. Snags it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Ohio State! Why not double the try total and go for 2? He's looking to throw. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stinks. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start focusing. This one's over, but